Cinders. Let's go Cinders. That might be it. All right.
So Brett Evans, what's his situation?
Obviously he strained his calf, so we're trying to take care of it and see how he feels. Kept him inside today. Really don't have a timeline in terms of what his recovery is, so we'll keep monitoring it.
Do you have a sense of how serious it is compared to the previous times he's hurt his calf?
I think it's more serious than the last time he hurt his calf, but he's generally recovered from fairly quickly. So we'll see how he comes back from this one.
Here now, kind of what are your options available for Wednesday and Saturday?
I mean, there's options. Certainly we hope that Oba's ready to go again. He felt pretty good today, so we'll see how he feels tomorrow after the training today. But he felt pretty good. Did some extra running as well at the end. Nagel's played up front for us also. As an option, there's Zabaleta, Estrada. Is available as well. So there's different options that we have that way.
Does it change the way you approach the game at all?
We're still going to approach the game trying to win. We still want to win the game. It's just a matter of, obviously, we got to look at where we are physically, how recovered the guys are, and try and get a team out on the field that's ready to play, that has the experience, but also is physically in a good frame.
Without Leo, this is probably an opportunity for Birch to play the left back rather than left mid role. How confident are you in him as a left back there?
No, we think Birch is a good left back. I mean, I think Leo's done well this year. And it hasn't been a situation where Birch hasn't played well. It's been a situation where Birch has played very well and has played well when he's been asked to play in the reserve team as well. At left back, has had to fill in for us at left midfield, but Leo's been pretty consistent, has held on to the spot. But certainly, we feel that Birch is a very capable and a quality left back. That's why he's here.
With Steve's progress, is he even getting on the distant radar of something that might be able to contribute this year?
He still needs to continue to make improvements. I mean, he still, right at this stage, can't really strike a ball with his left foot, so he's got to, today and at the end of last week he was able to step up his training again, so hopefully that'll be the last thing that'll come along, and then we'll be able to make a determination. So we still hope that he's going to be able to contribute this year, yes.
Sure, coaching firings resonate with you, but the one out of Columbus particularly today?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Obviously, Robert was my assistant coach, and you're always sad when you see a head coach fired, and and I want to wish him well. I know Brian Bliss as well. I know Lapper. I know the whole situation there a little bit from the standpoint. There's a lot of people there that were there when I was there, but it's it's a new owner. It depends what direction he wants to go in. I know Robert was in the last year of his contract, but hopefully Robert will end up someplace. He's a good coach. He's a quality person.
What did you make of Eddie's goal celebration?
It's like I've said before, in this league, with the salary cap, you have players who are overpaid and you have players who are underpaid. And, I think it's something, there's a dialogue going on with Eddie, from our team, obviously with the restrictions that we have. And as we move forward into the future, hopefully there'll be some agreement that will be able to be reached that'll solve it, But he's playing well. He's working hard for us. He was engaged in the game. It didn't take away from his engagement in the game. Even when I subbed him out, he was fully committed to the team. He was as happy as anybody when we won. He was as animated and fully involved in the game, and that's what I'm looking for from a player. I need a player who's committed to the team, who's committed to winning games, which he is. And we're going to try and see what we can do, and hopefully something will be able to get worked out, and we can help that situation. But other than that, unless it's a distraction to the team, or I don't think the player's putting his effort into the team, I'm not going to worry about it.
So you don't feel like it's a distraction to the players or anything like that, then?
No. I think the players know the situation. They respect Eddie as a player, and everybody, it's probably, if you asked everybody on this team, they'd say they were underpaid, with maybe one or two exceptions. So it's a matter of everybody's supportive of a guy in that situation.
Do you think
the local?
Do Do you think he feeds a little bit off of the fans' energies that are directed towards him?
I mean, every player finds different motivations, that are there, and everybody plays with something motivating them. Sometimes, it's their pride, it's their ego, it's a chip on their shoulder to produce for their family. They want to score because they're happy with the team and the situation they're in. There's a lot of things that go on that motivate players. So for Eddie, he's, what's he got now? 3 goals in our last 4 games or something and like that. And, scored some key goals for the national team as well. And, as long as he keeps playing well, that's the most important thing. So whatever drives him, I'm okay with, because right now he's a pretty motivated, driven player.
Servando Carrasco is, he hadn't necessarily been starting recently, but he's gotten a lot of starts this year. Seems like he's played pretty well for you. How much of a security blanket that is that to lose kind of 2 center midfielders and still have a guy like Carrasco to be able to come in?
Well, he's done well. Servando's done well for us playing in there, and it's been a good season for him, and hopefully it'll continue to be that way. And obviously with Evans injured right now and Shawry injured right now, his turn maybe steps up again for him. And I thought he came in Columbus, and I thought he played well. Kept possession for us. He's defensively pretty solid. Stays in good spaces, and as long as he continues to do that, he's a big help for us.
Has his game changed or matured since last year even?
People sometimes go in cycles, but he's definitely more confident than was last year. The thing about Servando is he's a grinder, and what I mean by that is he keeps working. And so even though he wasn't playing last year, it's not like he ever came out to practice and hung his head. If he hung his head, it lasted about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and he was back into it. So he kept, plowing away, kept working hard, kept training hard, and never truly lost that faith in himself. Some players, when they don't play in a while, they lose their confidence and they get shaken, and he's not that way. He's very strong psychologically and very strong emotionally. I think when you look at his background, how he was raised and what he's come through, you understand that. And that strong character is what allows him to be able to have fought through last year when he didn't play much and put him in position to take advantage of this year.
With all these games coming up and with the various absences, does a guy like Blair Gavin get into the discussion, or is it still probably too early for him?
Yeah, we'll see. It might still be a little bit too early, but we'll see. We're looking at him today at training as well, because obviously there's 4 changes that have to come from our starting lineup from the last game because of national team commitments, injuries, and red cards. And, so we got to look at those guys and see who's ready to grab hold of that opportunity. But for Blair, the main thing for him was really to get him in a consistent rhythm of training again at this level, day in and day out, and I think that's been helpful to him.
What do you make of Chivas?
Obviously they went up early in Vancouver last night. They were up 2-0. An unbelievable goal by Torres, the first one. Fantastic bicycle and a great header as well. And then, they give up a couple of goals towards the end. I'm just glad they played on Sunday. At least the Wednesday game, we're going in sort of equal rest with the opponent, and so from that standpoint, we're happy. But they're definitely an improved team. They're more organized defensively. They're more structured in their system of play. That's was pretty much a 4-4-2. Sometimes it becomes a 4-4-1-1. But their organization has been improved, and I think the consistency of their lineup has also improved.
You have a better look at Torres now and have a better idea of maybe how to defend him?
Yeah, we got to know where he is, and we got to make sure we keep an eye on him. So.
What's it mean to the organization to have the U14s competing now? You've seen this league grow.
It's good. It's good for the league in general, and as we continue to develop academy players and continue to develop homegrown players, I think it's important, and I know we feel pretty good about the group of players that are in here. I haven't had a chance to see them play yet personally. I'm hoping to see them play soon. But I know Chris has been out there to watch him play. I know Adrian has gone out to watch him play at this stage. Kurt has been out to watch him play and train. We're also going to do a little thing where some of the first team coaches are going to get involved, like every couple of weeks, in a training session for the academy guys as well. So we want to make sure that they understand there's a good connection and that there's a road into our team. You know, that DeAndre was the first, but he's certainly not the last.
Aside from the 3 points you collected over the weekend, what does that win do for the team with such a hectic schedule coming up?
Well, I think it was a very big win, character-wise, because of the way it occurred and having to play a man down is a big win. Again, getting a win on the road. I think somebody said we're tied now for most road victories or something like that. So that was a positive for us as well. But again, it's we wanted to get on a little bit of a run, and it's nice to wake up in the morning and look at the standings and see us in third place and having jumped past some teams and still having games in hand. From that standpoint, makes it a little easier to sleep at night.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Okay.
Coach.
Thanks.
I'm Kyle Beckerman.
I'm Landon Donovan.
I'm Dwayne DiRosario.
We love soccer. We train hard, we play hard, and we support with passion.
When it comes to discrimination, we don't cross the line.
No bullying, no racism, no sexism, no homophobia. No excuses, no exceptions.
Don't cross the line. If you're playing, training, supporting, or coaching, don't cross the line.